Hey all, forgot to do an intro. So, fishing out of Pompano today. Fishing with a few buddies. We'll see how it goes. I already know how it went, but you guys don't. Um, but yeah, reports from yesterday, it was slow, so wasn't expecting much today. Was expecting maybe one barracuda at the most. So, we'll see how I did. So, started out in the morning, caught plenty of bait, shot out to 500 feet, and had a bait down about, I want to say 80 to 100 feet down, had a flatline on top, sat on a rip out there and like 480-ish, marked one fish, but that was it. So, came back in, trolled both, the same two baits all the way back in, and I got to the point where, I trolled these baits all morning. Haven't had a hit yet, so I decided, you know what? Let me go over a wreck, and it didn't take long before I was able to find the school of barracuda, and it didn't take long for one of those barracuda to find the gog I've been pulling around on my downrigger all morning. Now, the trouble with having a downrigger so deep is you have to get the downrigger up, get the ball up, while you keep tight on the fish. And if you're gonna eventually drift into someone, you gotta pedal away from them. So usually for me, it's a little bit easier to just pedal versus, reel and keep the rod bent that way while I'm getting the ball up at least. Because I've lost plenty of fish leaving the downrigger ball down and having the fish just wrap up in the ball and come off. And I know I'm not really keeping tension on this fish because I know it's a barracuda. But at this point in the morning, I'm just happy to...
Alright, I just picked up a Bud Light can. So 1 second now, she gets a lot.
I'm just happy to have a rod bent. And as you can hear on the radio, it's slow all around. Leave the clicker on for you guys to hear if it's taking line or if I'm gaining line. So don't harp on me too much. And would you look at that, it's just a little barracuda, but hey, it's the first fish of the day, so can't complain too much. So after this fish, there's really nothing else happening. There was no current. It was getting hot out. So started heading in. And in about 35 feet of water, with,
dude, it was a big explosion.
which is pretty much at the tail
Big head shakes too.
at the tail end of when you want to have the bait out. I just watch my rod take off for a sec and then take off again, and that's usually indicative of a fish airing out on the bait. And then it took off one more time when it exploded on it, and was able to get a nice hook in it.
It's gotta be a cuda. That's the king.
Usually when the bite's bad out deep, and the bite's bad where you usually get fish, odds are there's going to be at least kingfish up in the shallows. So it doesn't hurt to troll a bait all the way to 20 foot of water or something.
I saw it. It's not big, it's just I don't want to pull the hook. It's a mackerel of some kind.
And it's funny, I was talking with my buddy John about how we go light drag on the kingfish especially, because you never know if you're going to snag them or something. And this fish ended up being barely hooked.
Oh, Jesus, he's barely hooked. It's a king. I saw both hooks exactly how we were talking about it. Yeah. It's about a 10 pound, like a 6. One of the hooks just popped out. So he's just hooked on like the top corner. He just threw the hooks too. What's up? Yeah. You doing a pass? Not a bad fish. On the way in. We'll take it.
So overall, it was a slow day, but couldn't expect anything more than that. Especially end of February, early March, you're in that transition month. So you could get sailfish, or you could get skunked, or you could get tuna. You know, it really depends on the time or that particular year. If the spring fish are going to come early, or if the winter fish are going to stay late. So it all depends. But overall, it exceeded my expectations of a barracuda. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.